Hello there, Ray here, and today I'm going to show you a ton of crazy different things that are all in the 1.13 snapshots. We did all of this testing on one of my streams where I have this world here with all the different entities and blocks that are in Minecraft, and we tested them with the 1.13 features. If you want to be right there as I discover all this crazy stuff, you can follow me on Twitch as well as Mixer. Links are down in the description. I plan on doing a lot more streams like this where I discover new content in 1.13. I also test out some suggestions that you guys gave in the comments, like will giants turn into drowns when they're put in water? So, for this and more, stay tuned. And if you guys have anything you want me to test, just tell me in the comments. You can make invisible chest in the snapshot by typing in this command. So here I'm placing a trap chest that is facing west, and it's a typo left, and it's also a waterlogged false. When I place this down, you can see that there's a chest, and it contains contents, but it is completely invisible. Now, I couldn't find a way to replicate this in survival. I can only use a command. So I think it's kind of cool if they did have something similar to this, maybe an actual feature that they can have for the map makers. They now change it so that two slabs on top of each other will no longer cause suffocation to a mob when it's inside their head. So normally, when you put a block through it, you can see the zombie taking damage, but now with this type of block, it will not take any damage. This is actually quite useful, I'm glad they added this. This is the first time there has ever been a block like this in the game, where you can send power through it like redstone, while also not damaging mobs that are inside of it. This means that you can have mobs inside of a minecart pass underneath this block, while also allowing redstone to go through it. Waterlogged blocks will not prevent TNT damage from going through the other blocks nearby. As you can see, this TNT is easily able to destroy the water as well as the blocks. This is similar to there being no water here at all. Frostwalker enchanted boots are not able to destroy the water that is inside of these blocks. So here you can see here's a normal water one. As I walk around this one, it does not affect it. As you see here, it's able to destroy the block as well as the water inside of it and convert it into ice if it's in a cold biome and it freezes. It's now possible to place armor stands underneath the water, and when doing so, it will remove the two water blocks that are occupying it. This can be used to remove water, but it's not very efficient. Lily pads are normally only placed above water as well as ice. Now you can also place them above all the waterlogged types of blocks. So you can place like in signs, fences, which even have a different hitbox depending on where you're at. Here we got glass panes, your stairs. Here's a trap door that is underneath of this lily pad. You can open and close it. Trap door, or a trap chest, you open and close it. Here we have a stair, which makes it look quite strange. Here I used a debug stick to make a solid block with a lily pad on top, and this is a waterlogged block. Coral fans can be placed in any block that has a water source that also has a block beside it that has a full collision box on one side. So this would be like your soul sand, redstone block, like your backward stairs, and even your TNT. Similar stuff that you can place like torches onto. You can see you can also place coral fans up against. The stuff like glass or like beacons, you cannot place them up against. You can't place them like on stairs, but you can change this by using your debug stick, making it a full block, then come along and you can place a fan up against it. Then you can convert it back into a stair, and now it won't break off even if you update the blocks beside it. You can create these floating water blocks just by placing down water source and placing down some coral, removing all the blocks around it, and that's pretty much all there is to it, even the block underneath it. And this way you have a water source and you can use this as like a type of water elevator where you can walk right through it. And lily pads can also be placed on top of these. Water columns come in two variations. We got the whirlpool ones, which are pulling the mobs down, and the vent ones. Now these are called in the game a little bit differently. So they're both called water columns, but the drag is differently. So this tag in the back here is drag. So one that has a true drag, which is this one on the left, this would pull mobs downwards. And if you have a drag that is false, then this would allow the mobs to be able to go upwards in it. As you see there, the squid are able to resist the bubble columns here, and even appear to be flying at times. Blazes are able to stay above the water when they are inside of a water vent, which pushes them upwards. This way they don't take any damage where they normally would from the water. This also applies to snowmen. Most entities are affected by the water columns, but some are more funnier than others, like having falling blocks such as dragon eggs, sand, as well as anvils. They get shot quite a bit up in the air before they come back down. Now they will stay here for a bit of time, but after a while they will break off and turn into an item. Entities like TNT can even get launched up inside of these columns. Water columns have a low blast resistance, unlike water which has a high one. That means when we cause this explosion here, you'll see it easily destroys the blocks which weren't protected by water. Silverfish as well as endermites are able to fight the downward current of the bubble columns. Giant on top of a vent allows them to jump extremely high. This is just so funny. You can see the giant is getting pulled down into the whirlpools and is taking damage from the magma blocks below. He's also putting off a lot of bubbles because he's inside of the water. Now, having a giant be put in normal water will allow him to sink down just as a normal zombie would. Except the only difference is, this big giant, even though he's a zombie, he will not convert over into a drowned, unlike normal zombies which will. As you can see, in a bit of time, he will start taking damage and will eventually die. Taking your 1.12 world to 1.13 will convert all your shulkers into purple shulkers. Now these are different than the ones that you would normally see spawn in the game, which are the default color. There's currently a bug in the snapshot where you cannot place down your offhand block if the main hand block cannot be placed down. In 1.12, if I right click right now, it plays down the pressure plate, which is in my offhand, but in this snapshot, there is something wrong and won't allow me to place it down. I put links to this bug, as well as other bugs I showed today, down in the description if you want to go ahead and upvote them. Invisible chests, bouncing zombies, and much more. So if you found this interesting, show me a like. If you'd like to see more snapshot discoveries like this, subscribe, and if you have anything that you want to suggest, tell me in the comments. Bye-bye!